Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Hello. It has been a while. I hope you're doing well. So I know the stream was last minute, and I put a poll up on YouTube and said, hey, if there's anyone interested. And I think I had 2 people respond. And you know what? That's enough for me. So I appreciate you. Thank you. And we are here live. So today we're going to go over some to-do lists for your pre-fire season. Let me know down in the comments or in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. I am here in lovely, chilly Alaska. It was nice enough today. The sun was out that I was able to go around the block with my dog. So that was nice. I just returned from Colorado. I had a week of leave in Colorado, and it was nice and warm and sunny, and I am missing that so much. So yes, so we're going to be doing a Q&A, and I'll be answering your guys' comments and stuff at the very end. So make sure you guys are leaving your comments, your questions, and we'll get to that at the end. So make sure you guys are going over and following me on Instagram, because I put over there today, I have some questions I have the website up now, so you guys can check that out. But I did put a poll up there for you guys to see. I want your guys' feedback, your input. What are the things that you are wanting? And Instagram is a way for me to be able to get your guys' feedback for things that I can put onto the website to help you, because that is the whole reason we are here, is to help you. So make sure you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the YouTube things so we can get this out to all the people, all the other firefighters, and get them set up for their fire season. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Hello. Okay. So I just posted a video over on YouTube, obviously, because that's where we are. So I said we're back. The website is live, right? But we've also reached 5,000 community members, and I'm so excited. So this isn't just for me, right? This is our community. I've had this channel for 2, maybe 3 years now. 3 years, I think. The first couple videos, atrocious. I have left those up there because, it's the beginning of the journey, right? But just saying that all of these people are here. All of these people are interested in wildland firefighting. So I say that to say, make sure you guys are commenting, talking to each other, networking. These are all people who are interested in firefighting, right? So you never know who you are going to meet out on the fire line. Our community is so small. So I would just say, go ahead and make a friend, say hi to somebody. And yeah, so I'm really excited that we are growing together as a community. So I think that's really cool. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get into things. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. It is nice to be back, to be honest. This is fun. I love this. I love interacting with you guys. So, all right, we will swoop so we can get into it. All right, so we're here today to talk about the pre-fire season to-dos, because I know I have ADHD and nothing gets done without doing a to-do list. And especially if you're someone who is new getting into wildland firefighting and you have never gotten ready for a fire season before, I figure, hey, this would be something that will kind of help you. I do have a to-do. This is the to-do list that's up on my website that you can purchase, but we're going to be going through it today. So the very first thing that I have is start your physical training regimen. So we all know that we have to pass a pack test, right? And so I feel like this is a really big one. So you know that you're going to have to be able to huff it up a mountain. You're supposed to be able to pass your pack test. So the ways you're going to be able to do this, right, is to, if you have not gotten my book, Advice from Seasoned Wildland Firefighters, which I hope that you would. A lot of people, have in that book said that cardio was so important. And these are like the ones that I got this comment from were mostly guys, right? So they were saying cardio is way more important than they thought that it was going to be. So, obviously you want to do strength training, right? But cardio is a really big one, because you're going to have all this weight on you. You're going to be going, sometimes the fire is quick, right? Fire goes quickly. So you have to be getting after it, and you're going to have all this weight on you. So cardio is a really big one. Obviously, strength training is another really big one. And then, but some other things, endurance training. And I think I'm going to push is the word I'm going to say, is pushing rucking, because one, it's functional fitness, especially for wildland firefighters. That is your job. You are going to be carrying a 45-pound pack on you, and you're going to have all your gear, all your tools, your stuff like that. And you're going to have to be able to move and work with all this weight on you. And so I think rucking, it's just functional fitness. You are training as you are going to play, as I like to say. So endurance is really big, and you can up your endurance through HIIT training, through just changing the intensity of your workouts. That's going to help build your endurance. So, and then another really important thing is rest and recovery, right? So you don't want to injure yourself before your fire season. So you're really going to want to take care of your body, making sure you're taking those breaks, taking those rests, doing the active recovery, stretching, cooling down. I know that I wasn't always a big fan of those things, but those things are going to help your body. And that's all, like, your body is like your tool for this job, right? So you need to take care of it. Okay. So that is the first one. The next one is figuring out your living situation. Now, if you are going to be fighting fire in your same hometown, in your same state, this really isn't a big deal for you, right? But I do have a lot of people who are on the East Coast who are like, hey, I'm going to go out west to fight fires. So this is logistically, you're going to need to figure this out. I stayed in my hometown. I stayed at my parents' house, so I didn't really have to worry about this. But there's options for you. So you can either get with your fire department and say, hey, is there any rooms? I know that they do really big discounted prices for you to be able to stay at the firehouse. Or you can go out in town and rent and buy a place. You can get with your other firefighters and try and get a place together. I know people who have done this, but it's not really a very popular option, just because, one, it's so expensive. You're going to be gone the majority of the time. So a lot of your paycheck is going to a living quarters that you're not actually there a lot. I don't know, maybe you'll have a slow season, so you will be there often. I don't know, because then you have to do like the fees to turn on electricity and water and all that jazz. So it's kind of not really worth the amount of money that you're going to be making, putting all of that towards your living. So to me, it's not worth it. But some other options that people do are you can live out of a van, out of a tent. I would never do this. I don't know if that's because I'm coming from a female mindset. I'm not going to go to a state that I don't know, a place that I don't know, and just live out of a tent. That's not what I would be doing. But I know tons of people who do it, and they thrive and they love it. So more power to you if that's what you want to do. I know some people, they say they live out of a van, and they actually said that they park their vehicle. Obviously you have to get permission, but they just park it at the fire station. So you're not paying like KOA fees or something like that. And they just live at the fire station in the parking lot. So you'd have to get permission, of course, and maybe, figure that out, but that could be an option for you as well. And then, okay, so if you are going out of state, then you have to think of, okay, how are you getting there? Are you going to drive? Are you going to fly? If you fly, how are you going to get around? What is your start date? You have to have a definitive start date. Okay, so then how long, if you're on the East Coast and you're going all the way out to California, how long is that going to take you? You have to think of lodging along the way. And then, so you just have to figure out when you need to leave by. So there's a lot of like logistics that kind of really have to go into it if you are going to be working out of state. Is it totally worth it? Yes. I wish I would have done it, to be honest. So I wish I would have done that, but just because a lot of the different things is fire behavior, you get to work with different fuels. So I think you become a more well-rounded wildland firefighter if you go to a bunch of different regions and work at those different regions. So I wish I would have done that when I was younger and I didn't have a family and I didn't have dogs or anything tying me down. I could have just gone. I know so many people who do that and just love it. So I say go for it if you can do it. Yeah, it might be a kind of a little bit of a hassle at the beginning, but I think it'd be really cool. Someone who's never done it before, I think it would be cool. So if you have done it, and let me know your comments, your opinions, what you think. So yeah. Okay, so the next one is breaking in your boots. And of course, everyone knows this. I think this is a really big one. You don't want to go out on the fire line with clean, pristine, brand new boots, right? So you definitely want to break those in. You're going to, hopefully you won't get blisters if you do it the right way. But yeah, breaking your fire boots beforehand. This is a really big one. I have always said that you pour hot water, like, something that you can still, withstand, because you're going to put your foot in there. So I have always done it this way, is where you put hot water in there. And so that way the leather kind of molds to your toes, your feet, and break them in that way. I've seen other people comment, say, don't ever do that. But that's what I always did. And it really worked for me. So that's what I do to break in my fire boots. The next to-do that I have on there, so you're obviously going to have to take the S110 or the RT130. So this is just like your basic wildland firefighter. Hey, this is your get going. You need this before you can go out onto the fire line. So you're going to take that to be able to get your red card. Another thing that you're going to have before you get the red card is complete and pass your pack test. So again, if you need help, getting physically fit, or you're not sure if you're up to snuff, I do have my 4-week pack test workout program that I will link down in the description for you guys to check out. But really, it's just making sure you're doing your cardio. I have a lot of rucking in there. I do, because I want you to be able to pass your pack test. That's what the pack test is. You basically you go the 3 miles with the 45 pounds on in under 45 minutes. You have to pass it. So, yeah. So once you pass that, then with those two, then you'll get your red card. So that's really important, those two together. And then the last thing that I have on there is, of course, you're going to have to pack your red bag and your line pack. And just so happens that I do have checklists for those, so that you're not forgetting any of your items. And I love this because it is totally customizable to you. You can pack your red bag however you want to. I say, maybe have 7 pairs of socks. And someone's like, no, I only need 3. Okay, well, that's on you. And that's perfectly fine. So you can pack it however you want to. And I love that because it's personable to every different person. So, but to kind of give you a baseline of, hey, these are the things that I think that you would need. And you're just going to be able to have to go out on the fire line and say, hey, okay, I packed 7 pairs of socks and I really only needed the 5. So that way you can lighten your load if you want to, or if you're like, okay, that was not enough, I need way more. So you're just going to have to kind of like figure it out yourself. But at least this is kind of a baseline to give you, hey, this is the items that I think that you would need. And then you can go from there. Of course, everyone has their opinions, and you can take them or leave them. All right, so that's kind of my pre-fire season to-do list. If you guys have any other pre-fire season to-do lists, please leave them, or items, please leave those down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. All right, so now we're going to go over to our Q&A. Yay, so that was fun. Okay. All right, Troy, you are in R6 Washington. Love that. What do I need to bring for my first fire season? Yay, so you can go through the checklists. Hello. Pack test on Monday. Ooh, good luck. Hopefully you've been practicing. And if not, I know a lot of people who didn't really practice. They just go for it. Actually, when I did my very first pack test, to be honest, I just did it. But I was also doing cheerleading. I was also in like really good shape, and didn't think that I needed to practice. So hopefully, good luck and you'll pass. Let me know, actually. Follow up. I love when people follow up with me and say, hey, I have my pack test. And I'm like, hey, follow up with me. Let me know how it went. And then they come back and they're like, yeah, I crushed it. I'm like, sweet. I love to hear that. So love it when you guys follow back up with me. It's really easy. If you normally walk fast, I got 37 minutes on mine. Sweet. Awesome. 200 push-ups a day. Rocking it. Killing it. Okay, yeah. Local FS station has bunkers. Perfect. Love that. Any boot recommendations? So the only boots that I have ever had boom, 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 are my whites. I've only had whites. Ooh. However, I do know a lot of people really like Nick's. What are some other brands? I really wanted to try, if I was getting another pair of boots, I really wanted to try the more like hiking style boots. I know Scarpa, I think it's Scarpa Fuegos. What is the other one? Glaciers, La Sportiva Glaciers. However, I heard that toe box is really narrow. So, and your girl has wide feet, so I'm not sure about that. But I know there's lots of different brands out there. I would just make sure that you're getting a good quality pair of boots, because I know people who will they say, hey, well, this brand is cheaper, and then they just like crush through that boot, and then the next season they have to buy another one. So yeah, those are expensive. The boots are going to be your biggest investment, but your feet is going to what keeps you going through your fire season. So I would say that yes, your boots are going to be your biggest investment, because you're going to get your fire packs, your line packs. Those are going to be issued to you, unless I'm not sure if you're doing contracting, if you have to buy your own gear. I don't have that experience. I'm not sure. I've always done federal, and I always got my gear issued, like my yellow, my helmet, my gloves, all that jazz, the shirt, the greens, everything was issued to me. So it was really only my boots that I had to invest in. Just got a brand new pair of whites. Congrats. Love that. All right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on with me. Thank you so much. You're too blessing in life. Nervous but excited for my first season this summer in Oregon. I'm so excited for you. I know a lot of people who go out to Oregon and just absolutely love it. I know one of the fire seasons was really bad. My mom was out in Oregon, and she said like the sky was just orange all the time. So hopefully they don't have, too bad of a fire season. But, as a firefighter, you're always like, I hope there's fire. So it's kind of weird to say to non-firefighters like, oh yeah, there was fire everywhere and it was such a great season. People are like, okay, well, you're like wishing things are on fire, and you're like, yeah, sorry. So so I understand. But so hopefully you have a good fire season, but hopefully not at the same time, it's like, what I'm saying. Anyways, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys, want to do more lives, do more Q&As, let me know. I would love to do these with you guys. So yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for jumping on with me. I know it was a quick live stream, but I really do appreciate you guys coming and joining me. Replay crew, I will try to edit the video down a little bit for you, but love you too. So thank you for being here. Yay. So I would love to do more live streams with you guys. Let me know the topics you guys want to talk about. Typically the live streams that I used to do before were just like fire updates, because I didn't really, you guys, during the fire season, you guys are already out and about doing fire, and there's actually like fire news to talk about. And so I get to kind of highlight you guys while you guys are out on the fire line. So that's kind of fun for me. I get to do that. But if there's any like pre-fire season to help get ready, let me know and we can do some more live streams. I would love that. So again, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye guys. Have a good night.